Eliminating risk and hazard for the hospitality industry. First, I will discuss what is risk and hazard. What is risk? Risk is the possibility of something bad happening. Risks involve uncertainty about effects or implications of an activity with respect to something that humans value, such as health, well-being, wealth, property, or the environment, often focusing on the negative, undesirable consequences. What is hazard? Hazard is a potential source of harm. Substances, events, or circumstances can constitute hazard when their nature would allow them, even just theoretically, to cause damage to health, life, property, or any interest of value. Identify workplace hazard and find ways to eliminate or control them. You can prevent most workplace injuries and illnesses if you identify workplace hazard and eliminate or minimize the risk from them. These are some ways on how to minimize the risk in hospitality industry. First, modify work processes or equipment. For example, evaluate safety features when purchasing or replacing equipment. Second, develop and implement safe work procedures. And the last one, ensure that workers use appropriate personal protective equipment and follow safe work procedures. Now, let me discuss some common risks and hazards that we often see in workplace and how to eliminate or avoid it. Burns. About 13% of incidents in restaurants result in burns and scalds. The most common causes are spilling or splashing of hot liquids and contact with hot surfaces. These are some ways on how to avoid getting burned. First, dry items thoroughly before using them with hot oil. Second, lower food and utensils slowly into hot oil. Third, make sure the handles of pots and pans do not stick out from counters or stoves. Fourth, use oven mitts or dry clothes with handling hot objects. And the last one, open lids away from you to allow steam to escape. Cuts. Knives are involved in many incidents in the hospitality industry, especially among chefs and cooks. Injuries range from minor cuts to loss of fingers. These are some ways to eliminate it. First, use a flat surface or cutting board. Second, use the right knife for the job and make sure it is sharp. Third, hold the knife securely with your stronger hand. Fourth, curl the fingers of the other hand over the object to be cut. Fifth, cut away from your body when cutting, trimming, or deboning. And the last one, wear protective equipment such as cut-resistant gloves if necessary. Slippery floors. Slippery surfaces are one of the major causes of slips and falls in the hospitality industry. These are some ways on how to eliminate it. First, use non-slip footwear. Second, keep floors free of water and grease. Third, clean floors regularly and clean up spills immediately. Fourth, post warning signs around spill or wet floors. Fifth, install non-slip tiling or other non-slip floor products. Sixth, use rubber mats in areas where the floors are constantly wet. And the last one, use slip-resistant waxes to polish and treat floors. Chemical exposures. Many chemicals used in workplace may cause irritation or even serious injury or disease. These are some ways on how to avoid it. First, when handling chemicals, use personal protective equipment as recommended by the manufacturers and required by the employer. Second, read the labels and safety data sheets that accompany chemicals. Third, follow safe work procedures. And the last one, store chemicals in a properly ventilated, lock area, and post warning signs. Unguarded machinery. Common equipment such as mixers, meat slicers, general maintenance equipment, and chemical tools can cause serious injury. Guarding, if used properly, can protect workers from serious cuts, causing injuries, fractures, and amputations. These are some procedures on how to eliminate it. First, make sure all guards are in place before using. Second, check manufacturer's instruction for safe use. And the last one, retrofit older equipment with guards whenever possible. And in terms of food preparations, we should follow the proper hand washing procedures to avoid and hazards.